Welcome everyone in the very first episode, the pilot episode of Before It Is All Gone, and welcome in Quito, Ecuador. This is my little hotel where I stayed last night. I arrived last evening and I am heading to the jungle in a few minutes. I will just pack up my stuff and head to the bus station and then head to the jungle. So what this first episode is about. It is a true pilot episode in the sense of well, I will be trying stuff. I will be trying gear, although I did not buy new gear. I just got some gear to try and my old gear. And I will also try a lot of things which I didn't try before. For example, filming myself. That's something totally new. Talking to the camera, new. So we'll see how this works out. And other than that, you can expect a true adventure heading to the jungle close to the Colombian border, to the community of Limoncocha, looking for a harpy eagle nest from tomorrow morning, getting there by canoe, walking, hiking through the jungle and finding a nest, and potentially spending days there to get a good look and hopefully good photos and good videos of the harpy eagle. If we get lucky, the harpy eagle mommy feeding the harpy eagle chick. So that's what I expect. I do not know if I will manage to deliver. If you're lucky after, I will be heading to another reserve close to Quito, to the cloud forest. It's called Maquipucuna, and that's the place where we will look for the only bear species of South America, the spectacled bears. So we have two big target species, some other small species I'm interested in obviously, and everything else which is around. But we will be concentrating on this trip and in this episode on the harpy eagles and maybe spectacled bears, time permitting. 46 hours later, I'm here. I'm actually in Limoncocha. I'm very excited because today is the day when I will try to go and with my guide, Carlos, locate the harpy eagle nest. And obviously locating the nest now, it's not that hard. We have exact location, but then being lucky enough to see both harpy eagle chick and the parent, that's still pretty difficult. The weather looks amazing. It's surprising, but it's not raining. Hopefully it stays like that today, and then we have an even better chance. So let's see what's gonna happen. Yesterday I arrived around 11 o'clock to Limoncocha, and to everybody's surprise, obviously I did a night walk. Nobody wanted to come with me this late, so I did the night walk alone, and it was pretty good. Actually I found an owl, I found some tarantulas and some other interesting things. As you can see, it was pretty productive. I went to sleep around 1 o'clock, and then 5 in the morning I was awake to be able to get into the reserve as soon as possible. So I might need a coffee. Okay, it would seem we are here. This is the spot from where the hike will start to the nest. Very exciting. We had a very good morning, so far no rain, and I am extremely optimistic. So let's see how the hike goes. We are almost there, probably 5-6 minutes from the nest apparently. I'm walking here with Carlos, my guide, who was the one who actually located and found the nest and reported it to the Ministry of Ambience, and he's the one with me today. A little hiccup that he came very much drunk, but he still knows how to drive a boat and how to find the harpy eagle, and that's the important thing. He's a very good guy. So we are here in the jungle. It is right now exactly 48 hours that I left home. 48 hours on the road. I had multiple flights, buses, sleeping in 2 strange beds before I arrived to the jungle in Limoncocha, where we are right now. If you can see, crawling through proper mud to get to the nest site. This trail which we are using here today was only made for the harpy eagle. There was no trail here before. So let's see what we find there. Follow me and find out how the nest site looks like and how much we need to wait, in the hope of seeing both chick and adult out. Okay, that's gonna be fun. Okay, here we go. Nice. So I show you around in my home for today in the hide. So that's the way where we came in. A little mud. You come up on these stairs or steps, and here's my camera set up, pointing at the harpy eagle nest, actually pointing to one big branch above the harpy eagle nest. It's hard to see with this camera, but it's right up there. That's where normally the mommy arrives with the food. So hopefully that's what we are gonna see later on. We have a perfect view here, perfect weather. We just waiting for the adult harpy eagle to appear, which might happen today, might not. We'll see. But I'm pretty optimistic. The chick already called a couple of times, so that might mean it's getting hungry. So hopefully latest in about a few hours it start calling non-stop, which will result in the adult harpy eagle bringing some food, maybe some sloth, which is probably the most common prey for this animal. Of course, the fledgling arrived to a branch which we did not expect, so I needed to run and set up without tripod, but it was all completely worth it. Since April, when I first heard about this nest, about this animal, I wanted to come to the site, and it is a true privilege to be in the jungle, wait around the nest and be able to observe this harpy eagle fledgling, which is, by the way bigger and way more developed and beautiful than I expected. We are here in the hide again. I'm saying it again because the harpy eagle chick, which is pretty big, just appeared an hour ago. So we ran out of the hide. I took the camera without the tripod and took some pictures and videos. Pretty amazing moments. While we are waiting for the adult to come, hopefully it's gonna come, let's talk a little bit about harpy eagles. Harpy eagles are an endangered species, mainly because of habitat loss. They need a big stretch of undisturbed lowland rainforest to survive. Those which you can find from southern Mexico all over in South America. In many of its habitats in Central America, it's already gone, except Panama. And it still can be found in many places in South America, but it's rarely seen. Why is it rarely seen? Well, the reason for this is because normally they are nesting deep in the forest, where very few people go, mostly only researchers who are specifically looking for harpy eagles. And the other reason is because they're not usually soaring up high. So it's very hard to see them. They're just crossing from one tree to another. So you need to be extremely lucky to get a glimpse of them. Or you need to find a nest, which again usually is deep inside the jungle. Here in Limoncocha, we have the lucky situation where the nest, which is right there up, is not too far from inhabited areas. So we got lucky enough that somebody from the community found the eagle, then reported it, then others came and checked it out and confirmed that it's a harpy eagle. And then they started to work on the whole project of being able to observe the animal. They built this hide, they got scientists from Spain, they tagged the chick. So they worked a lot on it, and now we have an accessible nest here in Ecuador. I did not take with me the GoPro when we were running into the bush looking for the harpy eagle fledgling. So now that we don't have any harpy eagles around, I show you the way where I needed to go to find that harpy eagle. So just to see what kind of places we are stepping. You don't want to hold that because it has all kind of spines. I tried that before. And then you step right here and you're up on the tree. Now this is a fallen ceiba tree, and that's exactly from where I was taking the pictures and videos of the harpy eagle. Couldn't ask for a more beautiful spot. Uh-oh, I see a lizard. I have to go. I'm more or less under the harpy eagle nest. Right now there's no activity. The fledgling must be somewhere on a close tree and the parents are not around. After quite a long wait, the fledgling finally came back and perched on the tree of the nest. Again from an angle that we needed to leave the hide, but this time we had enough time to set up the tripod and observe the animal. It was an amazing time spent with the chick. We even could observe different behaviors, how it was listening, looking at us, inspecting us, and also we could see the tag clearly. This is amazing, the most amazing moment one can have when spent whole day waiting and looking for the harpy eagle to appear, and then it's here right in front of us. And we managed to appreciate it, look at it, and even film it. What is better than this? I see the bird is listening, and I'm also hearing some bird calls in the distance. So if we would be extremely lucky, maybe mommy or daddy could show up with some food. Obviously I'm pushing it, I'm already luckier than I would ever think I will be. It's a super sunny day, the bird is perched right in front of me, the sun is on it, it's just amazing. We were looking at the fledgling and it suddenly happened. It really happened. The adult harpy eagle arrived and landed with prey in talon, prey in hand, landed to a branch close to the chick and just rested there for a while. We could see that it seemed tired, maybe it was flying from far with the prey, while the chick started to call and took up a very strange and interesting position with wings put forward and kept calling. For a while nothing happened, then the adult harpy eagle finally picked up the prey and flew into the nest, where shortly after the chick followed as well. The adult did not stay too long. It stayed for a short while in a close by branch, but maybe 1 minute in total, and then flew away. After this we were left with the chick, who was feeding, then just kept calling happily inside the nest, facing towards us. So I managed to get a last perfect video of the chick happily calling. It was such a special moment and such a crazy one. I really said jokingly that we are not going anywhere until there is light, and I believe that the adult will arrive at 5:30, and actually did arrive 5:25, 5 minutes early. What a crazy day. Oh, that eye shows sometimes it's a bit dangerous to run in the forest like crazy, carrying a tripod and a big camera. But that's what I had to do to get into position from where I could film the adult harpy eagle bringing in, which is most probably a sloth. Seeing the footage, maybe I can tell it better. But because I wasn't in a good position to see the nest where I was, I needed to run. And sadly, I encountered a branch exactly at eye level. Luckily, it didn't take my eye. I can see well. While still bleeding a bit, I managed to get a footage of the two birds together, which was the aim. And I think now I'm ready to leave the hide. It's 5:30. That means the absolute last moment when I could see the adult harpy eagle. You can still hear the chick calling, but the chick right now has food inside the nest, so I think it's a happy chick call. Okay, so as you can see, it's pretty dark by the time we are leaving the forest. Well, it's completely dark. That's how long it took to find the harpy eagle, from first light till almost last night. And with the walk, it's gonna be pretty much last light. Most probably, once we get on the boat, the canoe, there will be still some light, because on the river, without the canopy closed up on us, maybe we'll see something. I arrived to Maquipucuna. This is a nice reserve in the cloud forest, 2.5 hours from Quito. And this is the place where I'm planning to go and look for the spectacled bears. They sent out trackers, very similar to what they do in Uganda and Rwanda with the gorillas. They did not report back any bears yet, but we will start our hike anyways. So in case somebody finds one, we are already closer, and obviously we will also start looking and see what we can find. Yesterday they found a mom with cubs. Before yesterday they also seen one bear feeding all afternoon, so I am pretty optimistic that we will get lucky today as well. No rain so far. They said that in the morning it seems we will not have any rain. Sorry, there's a bird I'm looking at. And in the afternoon probably it will be raining, so we need to take advantage of the morning. Fingers crossed we get a good hike, and then if not, I have 2 more days to try. The next 2 days I spent in the forest from morning till evening looking for spectacled bears, these amazing creatures which happen to be the last living bear species in South America. And their habitat is exclusively around the Andes. Because of this, obviously, they're a vulnerable species due to habitat loss, similarly to the harpy eagles. But in this place, around 30 years ago, they started a small project which grew, and now they have a big area where they protect a pretty significant number of bears. Even though I did not get to see a bear in these 2 days, I got to see toucans, birds of prey, and even a few snakes. So the walks were definitely great. It is day number 3, looking for spectacled bears. So far no luck, but it's still in the morning. So I have until late afternoon today to get lucky and see some bears. All fingers crossed. We will go until there is light and we don't give up ever. This reserve is amazing. The forest is beautiful and the forest is packed with signs of bears. There are scratches, paw marks, bear poop, and there's supposed to be right now 3 or 4 bears in the park, but when the season is properly on they can have over 20 bears. So it's a pretty special place. Finally we did find a bear. It was amazing. The encounter lasted maybe 5 seconds. We got to see it clearly. It was up on a tree and it was looking at us, but after that it climbed down and disappeared. So I don't really have a picture, or actually I have a picture. Look at that. That black fur is the bear. So that's the best picture I could get. But the encounter was amazing and perfect, even though it was very short.
Hi.
How did you like the last 3 days and the actual encounter?
It was amazing. I saw so many birds and bugs, giant slugs, toucans, and just now we saw the spectacled bear. So we made some eye contact and watched it scurry down a tree, and it was really awesome.
And what do you think about the pictures I took?
Amazing. I'm going to frame one and put
Okay.
it on my wall.
Perfect. It will be the black fur behind the leaves
Yeah.
title picture.
I can't
Okay.
wait.
So after 3 full days, we are leaving the forest of Maquipucuna, heading back to the lodge, probably have lunch, and we'll still wait because the trackers might still find another bear. In that case we will run back as fast as we can. But in case no, that was it for today and for this trip about the spectacled bears. I have one more adventure to go, which I found out about a place where they have a mountain toucan nest and they also have some bird feeders out. It's about an hour from here, and if I get there on time there is a relatively good chance to also see a mountain toucan, which would make it 3 species out of 3 target species. So that would make a completely successful trip, although I'm already more than happy. Harpy eagle check with great videos and photos. Spectacled bear checked with a perfect, intense, adrenaline filled, although very short encounter. And well, one photo of a little black fur behind green leaves. I call that a success as well. And let's see what the mountain toucans will bring. And then back to Quito, and then, well, back to Mexico. That would conclude this little short random trip to Ecuador. I am here in the higher part of the cloud forest, around 2,000 meters of altitude, at a place called Birdwatcher's House. I heard about this place only yesterday, and I was told that they do have a mountain toucan nest nearby. And well, I tried to organize a little trip here before heading to the airport, since this bird was the 3rd target species, in order the 3rd. So I wasn't sure if I will come for it or I will be able to do it, but I came, and then later on I will show you some pictures and videos what happened in about 30 seconds from when we arrived. We were driving really fast to get here because we were told that they're already here. So we were driving like crazy people, arrived here, had 5 minutes with the toucans, amazing pictures, one very cool video at the nesting site, and then they were gone. So we came just in time. This place is truly amazing. They have bird feeders, hides, a place where I think in March I will have to come back. Definitely something to look forward to. Okay, so we are heading down from the mountain. This was the last activity of my trip. A quick run for the mountain toucans, which was extremely successful. I'm incredibly happy and pleased with it. Now we just need to find our way back to the main road and head to the airport. So all in all, 100% successful trip. I learned a lot, I've seen a lot, I walked a lot, I traveled a lot. It was incredibly good. I'm very happy that I decided to come, even though I had to come alone. I would do it all over again.